Well, I'm really pleased with Doug. His new bike looks awesome. He's super happy with it, and it's a lovely pearlescent white. It's got all the bells and whistles and then some. And you know, the GSA steals the limelight very often for good reason. It's a well-developed, good all-round bike. But the Tiger has some pros of its own, some additional features like that electric screen and, you know, heated seats and so forth, the cornering lights, very nice TFT as well, and essentially it's at a good price point as well. And I think when you consider everything, I think he's got himself a pretty good deal on a really good bike, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun with it. He's still got his Harley for everything that Harley is in terms of the social scene and character of that bike, and times when he just wants to chill out and cruise, but times when he wants to hang with the boys and have some fun, have a bit of an adventure, maybe hit a few gravel roads and get up in the mountains. I think the Tiger is a good choice, and he seems a very happy boy, so I'm very, very pleased for him. So, Mr. Doug, tell me how much you like your new Triumph 1200 Tiger XCA.
I love it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do, coming off of a big Harley bagger with a lot of torque and a lot of power. But this is just a joy to ride. It's so easy to handle. I can do everything I can do on my Harley with less effort.
So you're on your second road glide, is it?
Yeah, second road glide. First Triumph, first adventure bike.
So what appealed to you about owning an adventure bike? Because you still got the road glide for comfort and tour and stuff, but what is it that appealed to you?
Well, it's going to offer me a wider spectrum of roads that I can navigate. So I can do a lot more riding in a lot of different places. And what appealed to me about the Triumph specifically, because I did a lot of research. I rode BMW, I rode KTM, and I finally rode these Tiger 1200 last. What appealed to me, really what moved the needle for me, was the warranty and having unlimited miles on the warranty. That
right.
was, price points are all kind of comparable except for BMW, which is much more expensive.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of stuff with the BMW too.
Well, you get a lot of stuff with this as well, because you've got that beautiful Arrow exhaust, which is standard.
Arrow exhaust.
And I believe this year the panniers are standard as well, is that right?
Panniers were a dealer option that was kind of added in, because this is a 2019, they wanted to clear their floor for the 20 models that are coming in. You know, obviously COVID had slowed things down, and Triumph release dates, unlike other manufacturers where a 20 model will come out at the year end of 2019, the 20 models don't come out until May for Triumph.
Right.
And COVID has slowed everything down, so it looks like in June or July is when the 20s will start hitting the floors.
And this is fully loaded. It's even got some stuff over our 1250 GSAs, isn't it? So you've got electric screen, windshield, you've got cornering lights, you've got heated seats, you've got WP suspension, which is a subsidiary of KTM, and really, really high spec up there with Öhlins. You've got the Brembo monoblock calipers. You've got the embedded spokes so that you can run tubeless tyres. It's producing about 140 horsepower from the inline triple liquid cooled, of course, and even the seats are heated, and you're finding the comfort's quite fair, pretty decent.
Oh yeah, it's very comfortable, very comfortable. A couple different positions that you can raise and lower the seat, so you don't need a lowering kit if you have you know, shorter legs or taller legs. You don't need to do much. The seat has two adjustable positions.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty versatile. And it has all the bells and
this being the XCA is the top of the range, slightly aimed at the off-road with the spoke wheels, and probably needs slightly more aggressive tyres for doing lots of off-road, but for for the right look and the right spec, this is the one to have, the XCA. You've even got some electronic suspension adjustment on it as well.
6 ride modes.
Yeah, and the LED running lights with the daytime running lights. You've got the spotlights, everything.
The Off-Road Pro ride mode shuts down all the ABS and traction control. So it's like you're really in control of the motorcycle.
Right.
Because sometimes you need to break that back tire loose. And if you're in any traction control or anti-lock braking situation or riding mode, you're just going to be fighting the bike off-road.
Yeah, and this has got the Bosch IMU. I think it's a 5-axis IMU, which gives you cornering ABS and cornering traction control. And it's a beautiful colour. This white colour is so... camera probably won't pick it up, but it's actually got this kind of pearlescent fleck to it. So when the sunlight's directly on it, you get a nice little sparkle with it, and it's nicely finished, nice colour, lovely Triumph logos everywhere. We've got these foot pegs. Branded. Are these foot pegs additional extras? Is that
I'm not aware. They came with the bike, so
looks beautiful.
Yeah,
very,
I wasn't
very
sure
nice.
if I was going to like the white, but it's really grown on me in the past couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely colour, and it really contrasts nice with these kind of graphite cases, which is kind of two-tone. Looks really nice. We've got some engine protection down here. The sump guard is actually very substantial, probably more substantial than the GSA's there. And you're thinking about getting some engine protection up here for the bodywork as well.
Yeah, for when it comes time for me to start exploring a little bit more aggressive off-road, I definitely want to have some protection for the bodywork.
Cool. Well, it's a beautiful bike. Congratulations on your new bike. I'll probably shoot some footage later on the GoPro, let you ride ahead, and we'll get a bit of footage. That'd be nice to see. But yeah, really pleased for you, and welcome to the adventure family.
Thank you.
Lots of bikes out today. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. We're on one of the lovely gap roads in the mountains, Wolfpen Gap, quite a famous road between two wheels of Suches, running down to Helen. Helen's an interesting town. It's kind of like almost a kind of Germanic, Swiss type kind of themed town, if you like, and very interesting in its own right. But we're off to a little place called Cupid Falls today. Never been there before. It's up near, it's up in Young Harris, up near Hiawassee, and beautiful little neck of the woods. And gonna have a social distance picnic up there. Now we're starting to get to the more twisty part of the gap, and be interesting to see how that Tiger ahead performs. It's got a little bit more power than the BMW. It's about 140 horsepower, inline triple, and also shaft driven, as my bike is. The guys wanting to get in on the GoPro action there, Jerry and Charlie on the GSAs, and yeah, but so far Doug has taken to it like a duck to water. He has really thrown that thing around this morning on the way up Route 60, and seems to be loving it. Having to work the GSA slightly harder now because the boys want to have their fun. What is it with boys and their toys, eh? Okay, I'll hang with them just for the footage. Purely for the footage, you understand. I'm not remotely enjoying this. It's no fun whatsoever. I don't like whizzing around the twisties in the sunshine with my brand new tyres after a 12k service. It's positively horrible, actually. Quite horrific. But, you know, what are you going to do? See whether I can get Ted in on a bit of action. Beautiful V4 Aprilia. Nice guy Ted, good rider. Recently came back from a tour in New Zealand with Eric. Rode on Eric's brand new Indian last week, his brand new Challenger. Very nice bike, that. Really like that as baggers go, or American V twin baggers go. That's my new favourite of the bunch, I have to say. And Ted very kindly said I could have a go of his Tuono V4. A decision he may live to regret. I may take him up on that. I've never ridden the V4 Aprilia. It's a beautiful machine, nice bit of Italian exotica, and I'd like to try that sometime. So that's worthy of its own video in its own right, so maybe I'll facilitate that with him at some point. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm just having a thoroughly awful time, as you'd imagine. It's just, you know, it doesn't get much worse than this. It's such a disappointment. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Seem to have lost Bill behind us on the multistrada. I hope he's okay. We'll regroup at the end of the gap. I'll turn the GoPro off, put my Cardo Pack Talk bowl back on, get in touch with the rest of my group, make sure everybody's fit and well. Oh, the nastiest bend on the whole gap, and we've got to overtake a cyclist. That's just not what you want, but all safely through, so that's good. Nasty little right hand bend down here as well. It's almost a U-turn, and it's nearly always full of gravel. Here we go, 15 miles an hour, complete U-turn. If you misjudge that and you're too hard on the brakes, you can easily find yourself on the wrong side of the road, and that's a real problem if you've got an F-150 coming towards you. Yeah, easy to run out of brakes on that last bend as well. Unfortunately, I've got brand new tyres on it, and some new pads in the rear as well, so pulled me up rather nicely as I try and stay in contact with that super powerful beast ahead. I think it's about 175, 180 brake, that Aprilia, and Ted's no slouch, so I thought I'd let him through and let him have a bit of fun. I've never caught him on video before, another GSA, and he can enjoy the spoils of this video with Doug. I'm sure Doug will enjoy seeing some pictures and my interview of him, and a little bit of footage on the gap as well. It's all good. Last time I went around this right hand bend here, there was a young guy on a super motard trying to kind of race me. I wasn't racing, I was just riding at my normal pace, and he got it all sorts of wrong and ended up on totally the wrong side of the road all the way around the bend, and my heart jumped into my mouth. I thought, oh my goodness, I hope there's nothing coming. Unfortunately there wasn't, but I hope it taught the young man a lesson that he's not immortal.
If you want to become one of the Ride On people, don't forget to subscribe. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.